Mogo's Mead is the ticket. That's what I'm here for. Say hello to Riften.
How can a humble servant of Talos help you today?
It's a beautiful
If you're ever in
place.
the market, I deal in specialty goods for Morrowind at one of the stands.
Full of crime and thievery. I'm looking for the Black Briar Meadery
Welcome to Riften.
in
home of the
hopes
Thieves' Guild.
that I can
Or so they
sniff out some Mogo Mead.
New in town, eh? Here for the fishing, I guess.
Is this a fishery? I don't think this is the fishery. Anywho, there's
nothing
this
like
poet
fishing on Lake Onric. You should try
named
it sometime.
Beatrice who is
Welcome. Allow me to recommend the Black Briar Mead, the purest brew in all of Skyrim.
in search of this delectable substance called Mogo's Mead. I assume Mogo makes it. I don't know who Mogo is. Sounds like an Argonian name. So this is the distillery. We've got barrels of aging mead. Ah. Cool. And here it is. Just kind of haphazardly strewn on the ground here. Let's, whoa. Whoa, some lighting stuff going on. Let's nick it. Oh!
Ah, there you are. The natives were getting restless waiting for the porter to deliver the mead. And if there's one person you don't want to see restless, it's Maven Blackbriar. Is that the case? Perfect.
Huh?
I'll go ahead and take that.
What? Why'd you do that? That was mine. That was for Beatrice. Who are you?
Splendidly. Although we're still waiting on the main course, so to speak. And that's where you were supposed to come in. Maven would have been rather embarrassed if those two troubadours didn't burst into song and stall for time. I don't know about that. You might be better off not showing up at all. Maybe if we get her drunk enough, she'll forget. Although I don't see Maven Blackbriar as the type to forget anything. Why don't you come by anyway, and let me do the talking?
What are your thoughts on Mogo's Mead?
Oh, I don't know much about it. Other than the song, of course. That always puts the tavern folk in good spirits. I'm just surprised Maven was willing to put anything other than the name Blackbriar on one of her products. Asgeir must have insisted, and the profits wouldn't be too shabby either. People would be obliged to drink it, just so they can sing along.
Okay. Ah. Probably shouldn't say that.
Oh, she's plenty incensed already. Hopefully those troubadours really do know the poetic. That would put even Maven Blackbriar to sleep. I don't know if you're aware of this, but an old ancestor of mine...
Hold on, I'm not quite following this quest. All this is very sudden. Devon, attend Maven's soiree. I don't know what that word is.
once owned the old
I'm
Mogo
guessing
Mead
it's a
brewery
synonym
here
for
in the
party.
Rift.
Or celebration. Devon, you came out of nowhere. Scared the crap out of me.
Far more influential than Blackbriar Mead, but you didn't hear that from me.
Mogo's Mead? Oh, I am famished. Some goat roast. Wow, that's not even gonna do it. 2 goat roasts. That's a lot of meat.
Asger invited me as sort of a tribute to the original Mogo. Although I don't think Mogo was ever an actual person.
But to be frank, to me that's all ancient history. But I'm not foolish enough to turn down a request from the Blackbriars.
So where's this party at?
Welcome. Allow me to recommend the Blackbriar Mead, the purest brew in all of Skyrim.
Apparently, Mogo's is better. That's a rumor. Rumor has it. So, I switched out the... Well, I don't have it. Unless it's in food. I don't see it. So did I switch out the Mogo's Mead for skooma? Very utterly confused. Hello, torch bug. What are you doing out in the middle of the night, Olette? Are you of the orphanage? I am sorry to hear that. Hi.
Greetings, brother.
Alright. So where are we? This is a manor, I think. Ah! Blackbriar Manor. So the Blackbriars, they own a lot of Riften, as far as I'm aware.
All right, we're here. Oh, why don't you introduce yourself to the other help while I talk to Maven?
I'm not gonna push it. What other help?
Oh, right, the servers were dismissed. You can talk to the troubadours.
Oh,
The orc doesn't say much, but the other looks amiable enough.
okay.
Just talk to her, and make yourself look busy.
All right, we're here.
Okay.
Oh, why don't you introduce yourself to the other help while I talk to Maven?
Are you the orc?
Yeah, what do you want?
Nope.
If this is
Oh,
about
you're the orc.
meadery, we can talk later.
Troubadour. Hello.
Why,
How's it going?
hello, stranger who I've never met before.
Oh.
I hope you're enjoying the party.
Oh my god.
So, I
Beatrice.
guess I'll speak first. As
Beatrice.
the descendant of one of the original brewers of Mogo's Mead, I am pleased to be here at the table today. Everyone knows the bard's song, Mogo's Mead, but few have tasted the richness of the drink that inspired it.
Oh.
Now, thanks to the generosity of one Maven Blackbriar, they can.
Crab.
Of course, some
Stop
say
spoiling
what
it for
makes
me.
Mogo's Mead so special isn't the honey, but
No.
the secret ingredient imported from outside of Skyrim.
Love.
What is that secret ingredient?
Well, I only know what I've heard in the old tales.
I don't even want to know.
Oh, come on now, Maven. If you despise the mead so much, why even sell it?
To collect a larger share of the market with minimal cost.
Wow.
Ha ha! I guess that's as good a reason.
Sounds
as
like a
any.
businesswoman.
Profits then, and the continued success of the Blackbriar Empire. Troubadours, how about a song?
Drink
Song
up,
time?
my boy.
Who are you?
Drink
your
to
servant.
those who have fallen. May their souls find their way to Sovngarde.
Just when you think things couldn't get any worse.
Wait, was I... Okay, we're good. Oh.
The tavern by the sea and serve warm drinks of milk
Oh.
and honey.
Drink up!
Merry, drinky thirsty, bring thy crew and cook freely. For one thing we're all
Maven's bodyguard is there. Crab, you're gonna have to chill, dude. like
You know,
wait
Maven,
right in
maybe
that
you're
spot.
right about this mead. It tastes kind of odd.
Mmm.
Call me crazy, but I think this might be skooma.
No.
Somehow I doubt that.
Yeah.
A bit melodramatic, even for you.
Ears up. Perhaps it's best we make a strategic exit.
Oh.
What?
Run.
In the
No, no,
world,
no, no. You guys are just gonna leave me?
by the gods, those troubadours, they were skooma addicts. They
What?
must have broke into the meadery and switched the cases.
Wow, that's a big assumption. You have no way to prove that. It's a good thing Maven refuses to drink anything but Blackbriar mead. Does this mean Mogo's mead won't go into production? How do you know what skooma tastes like? I've been trying to tell you it was me. No, no, no. This guy's sus.
All right, I admit, I experimented with the substance in my youth. No more, though.
Mm-hmm.
I've got
Right.
my act together. All it took was father threatening to take away the family fortune.
Oh.
In any case,
That'd do
we
it.
need to clear this table of Mogo's mead. As far as I'm concerned, they're better off at the bottom of the lake.
Whoa.
Oh, Wolf, I'm going
Don't do
to
it.
take that drink off your hands.
It's skooma.
Yeah, what do you want? If this is about the meadery, we can talk later.
Doing?
I
What?
think you've had
What?
enough.
What?
Moreover, I don't think those bottles are entirely safe to drink.
No, 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 they are. Let me try it.
Stupid lizard. I'm not going to warn you again.
Lizard? Who in Oblivion are you talking to?
Father, do me the honor I deserve as your imperial
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
pig, or I'll have your head on the Gerald Mountains.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. This guy's
Alright,
high as a
now you're not making any
mountain.
Sorry, I'm afraid I can't help you
For the
much
love
right
of
now.
Mara,
I'm
put down
currently
the
in
knife.
mourning.
I'll just have a slice of pie, maybe some bread, salmon steak,
You've caught
and
me at a bad time.
I'll-
I've
I'll-
lost someone dear to
I'll
me.
taste test all this
I presume you're
supposed
borrowing me
skooma.
for
I'll
some
tell you
reason.
if it's skooma or not.
Fancy
I'm-
yourself the adventuring type, eh? It's just as well. I doubt your
Hello?
combat prowess would prove valuable in a real battle anyway.
Well, this is awkward. Wow, you have very red eyes.
Ah,
What are you doing that for?
right in the face.
Doing what? Oh, he's happy now. That's what skooma does to you, folks.
Yes.
Alright, what a happy family. What a happy, happy family. Alright, so Beatrice snuck off with the Mogo's mead.
There's fine steel at the Scorched Tam, if you fancy anything.
So I suppose I'll head back.
Hiding, stranger.
Hey, Wanderlust, what are you about?
Greetings, traveler. The weather is positively sublime, isn't it? Crisp air and a clear sky.
Yeah, a
The
little chilly.
divines have truly blessed us today.
Yeah, well, I like your attitude. Everything is cold and bleak and sometimes wet. You must be drunk. An optimist like myself, there are too few in this land. The weather's alright, nothing to complain about. You know what? I will affirm her optimism.
So true. I was once a pessimist myself.
Oh,
Never thought there was anything but danger outside the swamps of Black Marsh.
well,
But my son, he lived his life by
Not
the
much
code of
else.
the Wanderer. Now I too have succumbed to the wanderlust that is my namesake.
oh.
Now I amble across Tamriel, so that I may get lost, and in doing so, discover all the wonders I never found.
Such as... Oh... Oh. A sly reference to a very naughty book. Sorry for your loss.
You adventurers are so kind. It was a similar one who found my son's body and delivered the letter to me. The one I always feared to read. But there's no need for sorrow. I have already shed enough tears and broken enough bottles for all of Nern.
I don't know if it's appropriate to ask that. Maybe not dwell on it. What do you enjoy about Skyrim?
To choose, considering how much there is to love.
Hmm.
I love trekking through the Pale, lapping my tail against beds of fresh snow.
Aw.
I love scaling the mountains of the Reach and looking down on the rivers and fords that give life to Lorcan's bones.
Excuse me?
I made the pilgrimage up the 7,000 steps.
You
and
did.
watched the sun as it drifted into sea, glazing
Wow.
the sky in layers of magma.
Spectacular. That's
I
awesome.
traversed through the fall forest and watched the opera of leaves as they were led across the stage.
Opera
by
of
the autumn
leaves.
wind. And when I look upon it all, I feel nothing but warmth, even when people insist it's so cold.
There's so much wonder in your eyes.
Skyrim was the one place my son had never been,
Oh.
which makes it all the more magical that
Aw.
we can see it together.
Oh, you have his ashes or something, like in your pocket? What do you mean? See it together? I'm afraid to ask. That's true.
It would likely be too much of a burden, given how old and frail I am,
Oh.
but I appreciate the concern.
Mm-hmm. Of
Besides,
course.
if you were a bandit clan, who would you consider a more appealing target? A sweet old farmer, or a single soldier dressed in iron?
I'm pretty sure the Forsworn do not care one bit what you are carrying or who you are. They will kill you. Bro. Okay, come on. Yeah.
Such is how the beasts of the wild operate.
Mm-hmm.
They target the young, even when it draws the ire of the mother. Ah, but who will serve as the matron of this old Argonian? Maybe a dragon will mistake me for its hatchling. Certainly hope not. Don't want to spend my last days in a nest, subsisting on a diet of regurgitated goat parts. My son was right. There really are fates worse than death.
I'm too curious now. Tell me.
He was a gallant Argonian, with horns that were as statuesque as a castle, and scales as brilliant as a gemstone. Oh, I'm sure mothers say that about their children regardless. The clan girls adored him too. Yet for all his stature and bravery, I feared for his safety.
How so?
Whenever he left on one of his adventures, I implored him to visit the library in Thorn so that he could borrow one of the travel
Horse.
guides on the Empire.
Shh.
He would pat me on the shoulder and laugh. It was a voice so full of energy that it shook my tail.
All right.
A pat so gentle could have been a child's. And that's what he'd always be to me. A child. My child.
Why did you think he needed a
I would
guide?
worry that without the guide, he'd wander off to some place dangerous or get lost in the wilderness. But I realize now it wasn't where he was going that bothered me. I just didn't want him to go.
Oh. Classic mother. Oh, shoot. Wow, that's actually a response. Yep.
Yeah. Although my son never pulled away, never ran off in the middle of the night. When he felt the urge to wander, he always told me when. He let me holler and
Good
scream,
son.
and when I had exhausted all my energy, he gave me a kiss and said goodbye, knowing it could have been his last. I was so caught up in the anger over him leaving, I looked past what it really meant. Should he fail to return? My son, though, he could always see forward, even when all I wanted was to go back to the way things were.
Well, I'd continue talking to you.
Until next time.
But I can barely see straight, so I'm gonna build a camp. Seems like good a place as any. Be Misk. No need to spend 10 gold. I can just build my own place. And it's sleepy time. Alright. Beautiful morning. Looks like the Argonian mother is gone. Wanderlust. I hope she enjoys wandering for the rest of her days. Alright, so let's head back to Beatrice's little camp. And hopefully we'll get to try the mead with her, the special Mogo's mead. If not, I will be greatly disappointed. I've tried skooma. Actually I haven't tried Blackbriar mead. Let's do a little Never mind, it's actually skooma. This is skooma. Num num. Or slurp slurp. Yeah, that's skooma, not or this is skooma? Yeah, this is the skooma. That was actual Blackbriar mead there. Alright, delicious. It's aight. That's my review. 4 briars out of 10? I don't know. No, that's a bad score. I'd give it a 5 or 6 maybe. It's a little mining outpost here. I hear Snurnroot. Aha, there you are. Sweet. Blind Cliff Cave. I don't know if that's coming from within the cave or, well, probably up there in that tower, I would imagine. We've got Carthwaston, probably Carthwaston, down that way. I don't believe there's a path to cut right through, so I'm gonna have to go around. So if you've noticed, I don't actually run out of stamina when I'm out of combat, which is a perk of red guards. They have incredible stamina innately in their genes. That would be the Imperious mod, I believe, which I am enjoying Adds a few cool perks to each race. Alright. Juniper? I've picked this place clean. All the juniper is mine. Ah, we're at Karthwasten here. So we stopped by Karthwasten. I think. Wait, what is that? Oh, that's stone. I thought it was like petroglyphs or something.
The divines have abandoned us.
Doesn't look like there's a straight shot across there. We got some wolves. How you doing, Wolfie?
Someone do something.
I did. You're welcome. Unfortunately, wolves are incredibly hostile. Oh, did it kill that fox? It must have. Wow. You know, wolves will attack on sight any human, or at least me. Pretty sure any human, or not human, but any race. Or I suppose every race is a human. I think so. I think the term human encompasses every race of Tamriel, as far as I'm aware. Wow, we are up high, aren't we? Up high in the west of Skyrim. Just take a look. It's very windy, kind of cloudy. Let's see. Wow. Very pretty. That must be the throat of the world, maybe? I assume so. Okay. Alright, let's make our way hoppity hop over these stones. And down here. What is that? Wow. You know, do you really have to try and eat me? Let's see if I have anything. Soul Trap. I think I bought an ice spell. Let's see if I can find it. Hailstone, an ice crystal that shatters for 15 frost damage to health and stamina. Direct hits bypass frost resist. I don't believe mountain lions have frost resist, so we'll just use Hailstone. Oh? No, come back. Well, I mean, if you want to run away, that's fine, but you're gonna come back, yeah. Wow. Okay. Let's just calm down there. Let's drink some Magicka. Perfect. Okay, I think we can switch to a weapon. Iron Sword of Sparks. I keep getting gifts from... Got him! What is that? Oh, that's the ice. Alright. It's a cool spell. Yeah, I keep getting gifts from the lover. I think that's because I'm praying to Debella, but I'm not positive. That's it. So I guess now I know this place has saber cats, which I think I called it a mountain lion. I think that's... Oh, there's the woman. I think that's kind of downplaying. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hello? You're invisible? Dude. Dude, why? Who are you? Assassin, what the heck, dude? Oh my lord. Alright, okay, let's get some restore health. Regenerate health might be nice here. Let's, put on that. Very good poison. Alright, Dark Brotherhood Assassin. Weak aversion to fire. Fair enough. Let's read this assassination note. Where is it at? As instructed, you are to eliminate Squint Avati by any means necessary. The Black Sacrament has been performed. Somebody wants this poor fool dead. I wonder who performed that. They are a jerk. I don't think I'm very well known. I'm maybe well known among the Forsworn, but not well known enough to not be attacked by them. Who would want to kill me? Oh, I did. I mean, I poked my nose around in the business of Markarth, and I was like told out, or was told to butt out by a guard. I'm assuming it was the Silverbloods who called it. Perhaps the Jarl was in on it. I'm not sure. But yeah, I was sniffing around their business. They probably want me dead because of that. Hello. Oh. Hello. Beatrice. You going to perform a song? I'd love to hear it. Urzub, how's it going? So how come you wanted that?
Mead is made from the sweetest honey.
Is it called Mogo's Mead?
However, a discerning palate knows there is only one ingredient far sweeter than honey.
Moon
To
sugar.
the locals, it is known as moon sugar. This is a tribute to the most delectable refreshment in all of Skyrim, Mogo's Mead.
You really do love it. Which is fine.
Knew myself a maiden fair with emerald eyes and fire red hair. She owned a tavern by
Do you have to stare at me?
served warm drinks of mellow honey. Drinky merry, drinky thirsty, bring thy crew and revel freely. For one thing we're all agreed that Mogo made the finest mead.
You guys really love this stuff.
Mogo's mead, the only drink we'd ever need. Take a flask and take a seat, and drink thyself a sweetie treat.
Yeah. Oh, I like your necklace. That's pretty. Alright. Beatrice, I've done your quest.
Our gallant champion returns.
Ah,
What
thank you.
news do you have of the party? I take it all went well.
Yeah. It was an abysmal failure. Mogo's Mead will not go into production. The party was fun. Volwolf drank a lot of skooma. It was a borderline criminal activity and I won't do it again. I mean, they're like the most powerful people in Riften. I feel like they could... It's fine. That took a toll on my nerves. I could use a bottle to relax. Yeah, you tell me how it went.
That is the most peculiar accusation.
What do you mean?
Zub can vouch that I was here the entire time, as I can vouch for him.
Uh-huh. fair enough. What's the future for Mogo's Mead?
The future is sparkling bright, for now the Great Whale is no longer a detriment to our vision. The citizens of Lesca's Girl will begin production immediately on bottles of Mogo's Mead and distribute them throughout the Reach. For your part in this ordeal, I offer this reward. A large sum of gold and a fortune in wisdom. Take it and be cleansed.
It's like 50 gold. Yeah. It's less than that. 10 gold. Alright, I mean, you're living off the land. I shouldn't expect. But you have... How much Mogo Mead did you give me, man? My god. Alright, well. You know, it was fun. Apparently, someone you know is going to produce it en masse. I'm a bit confused what the switcheroo it did for anything. But okay. Hello, Urzib.
Like B said, we're having rats for dinner. You in or out?
I don't see any.
Sometimes you gotta squint real hard.
That's my name.
Other times they camouflage themselves by turning the color of a bush. Them skeevers can be real sneaky. Sometimes it'll take 2 or maybe 3 bottles before you spot one. But they're there.
Yeah.
What's with that look? You think I'm mad or something?
Not mad.
To avoid with you, then.
Well, you do look mad. Actually, like angry. No, I think you just get high off your rockers. It's fine, you know? You look lost in thought. No, you don't look lost in thought. You look like you want to kill me. But maybe that's just orc face. Is that racist? Probably. So these refreshments Beatrice keeps referring to...
Skooma. Poison, basically. Although that doesn't make it much different from the kind they serve at the inn. Not that they should serve it. Skooma's got a little more bite than mead or ale. By Malakath, it'll take a chunk of your mind and your coin purse if you aren't careful. But for some folks, it doesn't do either. Just look at me. I can put half a dozen bottles down and not have the urge for another. I must have been a fur walker in my past life. Same with B. They say skooma will make you dumber than a mud crab. We'll know it by listening to her. Won't stop using all them fancy words.
Yeah, she seems very intelligent. Fun. Like a walking, talking copy of Withershins. You know what? I have that book. I feel like this is a great time to read it. I was Khajiit in a past life. I drank a lot of skooma and stole things.
Then by all means, stay. She thinks we're all some band of troubadours, singing songs and acting plays and reciting poetry.
Well, you were at the party.
There aren't enough skooma bottles in all of Mundus to make that sound interesting. And half of them are in that barrel.
Where'd all the skooma come from, dude?
That's something I've been wondering myself. Seeing as we only started with but 2 bottles. Except now, we got enough to fill a brewery. And I have no idea where it all came from. I asked B, and she says it was a gift from the dwarves. So, seeing as we're sitting on top of this ruin, I thought it might have something to do with that dwarven box over there. But the other day I put a bottle and a few pieces of gold in there, just to see what would happen. And nothing. My guess is she has a separate stash lying around here, but hasn't told me where. She probably thinks I'd kill her if I knew the location. Smart girl.
Okay. So, if I'm getting this right, drink skooma, get high, go out, steal skooma, repeat. I don't know. Otherwise, how are they getting all this skooma? Maybe if I talk to Beatrice, she'll just tell me where her stash is. Where's the skooma? Oh, it's... Sorry, I didn't mean to
mind go beyond
do that.
What should be thought, and you will see what can't be thought. Drink and be merry, traveller.
Where's your stash? So it's over here. Over there. Where's the skooma? Up here. In the tree. No. Oh. We're good. And that's what you do in real life. If you ever encounter a saber-toothed tiger, crouch down, crab walk away. Okay. So there's a stash around here, I'm guessing. Well, maybe... Oh. Yeah, there's like some Dwemer technology. I mean, I don't know if the Dwemer were into... skooma. I don't know if it existed, you know, was ever manufactured by them. But yeah, apparently there's a stash nearby, and I will have to find it. Maybe this is a good time to read Withershins. Let's find a nice place to sit down. I had a camp, but it's gone now. So you can only have one camp at a time. That is disappointing, I must say.
Yes?
Oh, nothing, just disappointed. What are you looking at? Is that where the skooma comes from? That looks like you don't want to drink that. Alright, well, let's just stand on this pillar and read Withershins. By who? I don't know. By Vakit Tawashi? Alright, said Kazaga. Why don't you want to talk? Zaki put down his mug of mead and just stared at his wife for a few seconds. Finally, grudgingly, because every time I have a conversation, darling, it flows in alphabetical order. Just like I told you, I think the only way to stop is to not talk at all. Couldn't you just be imagining this? Said Kazaga patiently. It wouldn't be the first time you had an insane paranoid delusion. Remember when you thought the royal battle mage of Blackmarsh was hiding behind every tree with a lewd intent on making you a middle-aged, fat, balding tailor into his personal sex slave? You don't need to be ashamed, but it's Sheogorath's way to make us all a little crazy sometimes. If you go to the healer... Damn it! Kazaga! Snarled Zaki and stomped out, slamming the door behind him. He nearly collided with Siasat, his neighbor. Excuse me, she said to Zaki's back. He clamped his hands over his ears as he stormed down the street. turning the corner to his tailor shop. His first customer was waiting out front, smiling widely. Zaki tried to keep his temper under control and took out his keys, returning the customer's smile. "Fine day," said the young man. "Gods!" hollered Zaki, sending the young man flying with a well-placed punch and dashing away. As much as he hated to admit that Kazaga was right, it was evidently time, once again, for one of the healer's herbal cocktails. Tarsu's temple to health, mental and physical, was several streets north, an impressive obelisk. Halka, the chief herbalist, met him before he came in the hall. "How are you today, Sazaki?" "Saf?" "I need to make an appointment with Tarsu," said Zaki in his calmest voice. "Just one moment, let me see how his schedule looks," Halka said, looking over a scroll. Is this an emergency?" "Kind of," said Zaki, and slapped his head. Why couldn't he say yes, or absolutely, or sure? "Let's see," said Halka, frowning. The best I could do is next Midas. Would that work for you?" "Midas!" cried Zaki. "I'll be a complete psychotic by Midas. Isn't there anything earlier?" He knew what the answer would be before she said it. There was no alternative. In a way, he had forced the response. If only he had kept the conversation going until... Y? Or V? I'm not sure. "No," said Halka. "I'm sorry. Do you want me to make the appointment?" Zaki walked away, gritting his teeth. He wandered down the streets, his head down to avoid all conversations, until he looked up and discovered that he had walked all the way to the wharf. A sweet breeze was blowing along the water, and he took several deep breaths until he felt almost normal. When his temper cooled, he could think again. What if this alphabetical conversation wasn't a delusion at all? What if what he felt wasn't paranoia, but acute awareness? He knew it was the classic dilemma. Am I really crazy, or is there really something weird going on? Across the road was a shop called Paradox, featuring a display of herbs, crystals, and vapors trapped in orbs. A sign in the window read, "Mystical Consultation, sunrise to noon." It was worth a shot, though Zaki was dubious. The only people who generally came down the wharf for healing were stupid adventurers who didn't know any better. Incense burned in copious billows of pink and gold, obscuring and then revealing the clutter within. Zhik death masks glowered down from the walls, smoking censers hung by chains from the ceiling, and the floor was a maze of bookshelves. At a well-worn table in the back, a small man wearing a headdress was tabulating a young lady's purchases. "Okay," said the man. "Your total comes to 57 gold pieces. I threw in the restorative scale conditioner for free. Just remember, the candle should be lit only after you invoke Goroflox the Unholy, and Mandrake Root does best in partial shade." The customer gave a quick, shy smile to Zaki and left the store. "Please help me," said Zaki. "Every conversation I hear or get involved in seems to be arranged alphabetically. I don't know if I'm going insane or if there are some kind of bizarre forces at work. To be honest with you, I'm normally a skeptic when it comes to your type of business, but I'm at the end of my rope. Can you do me anything to make this madness end?" "Quite a common problem." "Actually," said the man, patting Zaki on the arm, "when you get to the end of the alphabet, do conversations then go to reverse alphabetical order or start at the beginning of the alphabet?" "Reverse alphabetical order," said Zaki, and then corrected himself. "Damn it! I mean, it starts from the beginning, all over again. I'm in agony. Can you call on the spirits and tell me, am I insane?" "Sariki," said the man with a reassuring smile. I don't have to. You're quite sane. Thank you, said Zaki, frowning. By the way, my name's Zaki, not Soriki. Unusually close, eh? Said the man, patting Zaki on the back. My name's Octoplasm. Follow me, please. I think I may just have what you need. Octoplasm led Zaki down the narrow corridor behind the desk. The two men pushed past dusty cabinets filled with strange creatures and liquids, past heaps of Neolithic stones, past stack after stack of moldering leather-bound books, into the dank heart of the store. There he picked up a small, squat, cylindrical drum and a book, and handed them to Zaki. Vampiricism, Daedric possession, and Withershin therapy, said Zaki, squinting his eyes to read the book in the gloom. What in oblivion does this have to do with me? I'm not a vampire. Look at this tan. And what's Withershin therapy, and how much will it cost me? Withershins, from the old Cyrodiilic Withersins, which means backwards, said Octoplasm in a serious tone. It's the art of reversing the direction of things in order to gain access to the spirit world and break curses, cure vampirism, and trigger all manners of apotropic healing. You know the story about the guy who was told that slaughterfish live in hot water. So he said, well, let's boil them in cold water. Xenophus, said Zaki instinctively, his brother having taken a rather esoteric upper-level course in Cyrodiilic philosophy as an elective at the Imperial College 31 years before, and immediately wishing he hadn't. And what do you do with the cylindrical thing? Octoplasm lit a candle and held the object over it, so Zaki could see more clearly. All along the cylinder were narrow slits, and when Zaki peered within them, he saw a succession of old black and white drawings of a naked man leaping over boxes, one frame after the next. You spin it like so, said Octoplasm, slowly whirling the device clockwise so the man within leapt over the boxes, over and over again. It's called a zoetrope. Pretty neat, eh? Just a note, that's a real-life thing. I built one of those one time. They're really fun. Now you take it and start spinning it counterclockwise, and while you're doing it, read this incantation I've marked in the book. Zaki took the zoetrope and began spinning it counterclockwise over the candle, so the little naked man within seemed to bound backward over the boxes. It took a little coordination and concentration to keep whirling at a steady pace, but gradually the man's awkward and jerky back jumps became more and more fluid until Zaki could no longer see the individual frames flipping. It looked just like a little humanoid hamster on an endless reverse treadmill. While he continued to spin the zoetrope with one hand, Zaki took the book in the other and read the underlined passage. Zoetrope, counterspin, counterspin, counterspin. Pull my life from the rut that it's in. I invoke the goddesses Bothia, Kinnereth, and Drysis to invert my potentially metaphysical crisis. My old life may have been rather pointless and plain, but I dislike the prospect of going insane. Make the pattern reverse by this withershin, zoetrope, counterspin, counterspin, counterspin. As he chanted the spell, Zaki noticed the little naked man and the zoetrope began to look more like himself. The mustache vanished, and the hairline receded. The man's waistline expanded, and the buttocks sagged to the shape and texture of half-inflated balloons. Scaling approximately to his own Argonian pattern appeared. Scales approximating his own Argonian pattern appeared. The man began to trip as he bounded backwards over the boxes, taking bigger breaths and sweating. By the time Zaki reached the end of the incantation, his twin was clutching his chest and tumbling end over the boxes in a free fall. Octoplasm took the zoetrope and the book from Zaki's hands. Nothing seemed to have changed. No thunder had rumbled, no winged serpents had sprung out of Zaki's head, no fiery explosions, but Zaki felt that something was different. Good different. Normal. At the counter, when Zaki pulled out his satchel of gold pieces, Octoplasm merely shook his head. Are treatment radical such of effects term, the long what sure be can't we naturally charge? No. Feeling the first real relief he had felt in days, Zaki walked backwards out of the shop and down the road to his shop. Is everything gonna be backwards for me now? Hello?
Huh?
I read the book.
Fine.
I think everything's okay. I'm not going backwards, am I? Oh, I'm walking
Make it
backwards.
quick.
I'm walking backwards. I'm walking backwards. Nah, that's a good book. That's a good story. I liked it.
Tidings to you, friend.
Tidings to you, friend. That is not in alphabetical order. I'm good. I am healthy. Yes.